Good Wednesday afternoon out there in the YouTube community. This is Donnie Griffin from Central Texas coming to you. Grumpy Old Man Scale Mauler. I really don't know what to call this video about because it's not a Wednesday what did you buy. It's not Sunday morning and coffee. It's just a kind of a monthly thing because like most of you already know, I got at a hospital last Friday. I spent 6 days in there with an infection, and I'm doing great. I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting better every day. I even walked this morning for about a half a mile with my neighbor Jerry. We walk every morning, and this is the first morning since getting out of the hospital that I've actually walked. About a half a mile. I didn't want to push my luck and go too far. But anyway, let's get down to business. Right before I went to the hospital the week before, I had some errands to run for my wife. And I had seen that a lot of people were finding some good deals at Hobby Lobby, so I decided to go to Hobby Lobby, and I got over there, and they did not have no more clearance, but they did have the 69 Camaro by AMT that I wanted to rebuild. I built this car about 10 years ago, and with my skill set of today, I want to try to build it again, but build it better, I hope. Sometimes better is not always the best, but you know what I mean. You always want to rebuild your favorite cars. And besides the 55 Chevy is my favorite car, Camaros, when they first come out, they were my favorite cars too. I'd love to see my neighbor down the street from us work on his first Camaro that he got. Seemed like he was always rebuilding the engine or doing something to it because he drag raced it pretty heavy. Of course, I was only about 14, 15, I think. And I hadn't got my license yet, but I enjoy sticking my head under his hood to see what he was doing. Then the next kit I bought was a 68 Camaro. And I built this one about 5-6 years ago because my stepson, when they were living with me, he got interested in building model cars, and his luck wasn't so good, so it kind of sat around half built, half painted. So I took it over and rebuilt it for him, and now I'm going to build my own. And we will do this one. Also, Vinny's got the first gen Camaro group build going on. I might enter it, I might not, I don't know. But we'll see. And then I had ordered some parts from MCV when before I went to the hospital, and they came in while I was at the hospital, and I got a sticker from him, another one, and he's a good guy. I got to watching his videos a long time ago, and now he's into 3D printing, and he's got a lot of 3D printed parts that we like or like to keep on hand. I got the tack for the dashboard or steering wheel. You can mount it either way, and it's a pretty good deal. Then I got the ladder bars for drag cars because I got a 55 Chevy. I'm going to make a funny car out of it, and it's going to need some drag bars. Then I got some battery connectors, cable clamps. There's another tack. There's some more clamps. I know y'all can't see them in the plastic, but I ain't fighting the plastic today. Then I got some slapper bars for the rear of the drag car. They go into the Camaro probably good. Then I got the set of steering wheels. There's 6 different steering wheels on there. And you know how sometimes you don't like the kit steering wheel? It gives you options to change the steering wheel out. Then I got some shifters. It gives you options to change your shifters out. There's a Hurst shifter. There's all kinds of shifters down there. But to show I can find something I like in there, or I wouldn't have bought them. Now he's got distributors that are in 2-piece, 3-piece. I'm trying my luck at them. I might go back to the single distributor set, but try my luck at them. I got a couple bags of them. There's more slapper bars, some more battery clamps, 2-piece distributors, some more 2-piece distributors, another set of ladder bars. Should be interested when I start taking all this stuff out of the bags and cleaning it up. MSDS boxes. Then a straight axle for the front end, because I do want to make a funny car or a drag car out of a 55. I know there's a 55 drag car already, but I don't know, I might do that. Then some hood pins. And if you hadn't checked out old Matthew over at MCV, check him out. Some of the stuff he produces is well produced. I like VC Residence, Josh over there. I like his stuff. Cool guys. Bring your model to life, as they say on the stickers and stuff. Well, as you know, my wife picked me up from the hospital last Friday, and Monday I was coming out of the kitchen, and she says, "Hey, I want to go to Hobby Lobby. You feel like riding over there with me?" And I said, "Sure, I need to get out and move a little bit, get this old body back to doing what it's supposed to do." So we went over to Hobby Lobby, and on the way she said, "You know, model cars are 40% off again." I said, "Yeah, I know, but I don't know if they really got anything I want." Well, while I was over there, I meant to pick up the 55 Chevy sedan, but I didn't. I picked up the 55 Chevy Bel Air. And I know this kit has some problems with it, and I know that I can clean it up and make a pretty good drag car out of it. So we will see. And 40% off, you can't go wrong. It's got nice pictures and stuff on the side, different ways to set it up. We'll see how I do. Then I've heard everybody talk about the chassis and the four-wheel options on the big game country pickup. I've never built one of these. I would love to build one. I know it cannot be as bad as that Deserter, so that Deserter was a booger, but I got her done. Then I picked up another 1970 Pontiac Firebird. I already built one of these. I think it was last year I built this. And I painted it a real light green metal flake. And when I got done with it, I posted it on Facebook. I caught a bunch of flap from people on Facebook from it because I didn't paint it the traditional blue and white because the 1970 Pontiac Firebird, from what I understand, that's the only colors you could get them in 1970. Well, I told the guy, I said, I'm just a kid. I bought it at a junkyard. I fixed it up and I painted the color I wanted, not what the factory wanted. And that's what I did. But anyway, my granddaughter wants that car. She loves it. And I've already gave her about 8 of my models that I built. And she wants that. So I picked this one up. So I'm going to build it either blue or white just for the heck of it. And then I'm going to post the green one and the blue and white one on Facebook again to see what happens. Curiosity is killing the cat. Okay. How many of you remember the Ba Ba Black Sheep Squadron that was on TV in the late 70s? Well, that's what this Corsair reminded me of. And they flew the F4U-4 Corsairs on that show. And it represents the squadron back in World War II. That was a real squadron. Of course, their shows didn't coincide with it. Most of it was fiction. And I loved that show, and I watched it until it was no longer produced. And if I can find it on streaming, I'll watch it again. But anyway, I ain't built an airplane since I was 13, 14 years old. And this is going to be the first one that I do as an old man. So, wish me luck on plane building. And of course, you know that one plane in there had to have another plane to fight. And I like the looks of this one, the P-40B Tiger Shark. And it looks pretty good. I think I built these two and tried to do what the box art says and hang them from the ceiling with clear fishing line, and kind of upset my wife. See what we do. But anyway, that's what I got for this Wednesday. What did you buy Wednesday? Not really nothing. I bought it all along. And I've been drinking coffee all along. So have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your work week or retired week, whichever the case may be. And y'all have a great weekend. And I appreciate all my subscribers out there. And I enjoy reading the comments. And I want all of you to have a great week. And God bless you all. Donnie out.